Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Fury Red Ranger figure from Hasbro. I've totally been loving Dino Fury. I'm currently watching my way through it, a little bit behind the curve there, but yeah, definitely enjoying it. And I haven't seen the Sentai original yet either. However, definitely working towards getting to that. And yeah, just Zato is a great character. Again, loving Dino Fury, and just this is a great figure. So let's talk about why. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, Dino Fury Red looks absolutely kick-ass and is kind of an encapsulation of the fact that the Lightning Collection team at Hasbro is definitely upping their game, listening, looking at things, definitely improving things that have drawn criticism in the past, and that is really good to see. And the first thing I noticed that has drawn criticism before, and has definitely bothered a lot of people, was that the red plastic in the limbs and the torso just didn't match up. Here, they do beautifully. It's pretty much flawless, and it's great to see. Just a nice even tone of red across the entire figure. So that's absolutely fantastic. And then the head sculpt, just beautiful paint all around. No blotchiness or anything like that, nothing missing, just beautifully done all around. And that will bring me to the metallics, and they just absolutely killed it here. We have the left arm cast in that kind of pearlescent silver plastic, but that does blend really well with the silver paint that they used for the left half of the torso, which is, again, very, very cleanly done, very nicely done. Even when articulated, that definitely works, which is fantastic because this is a very hard design to kind of make match up. So I definitely appreciate them doing that. So yeah, those are both excellent. And then golds are very resplendent. They've definitely kind of evened out the gold tone that they've been using across the line. And that I like to see because I like my metallics. So yeah, just really well done. So that's aesthetics. We have a relatively basic loadout for Dino Fury Red, but that's not a problem because we have everything we need. So let's jump right into it. And starting with hands right out of the box, as we see with a lot of the Rangers, we just get a couple of gripping hands. And then we get a left fist cast in that pearlescent silver plastic, and a right posed hand. Also kind of the, if you're a Kids in the Hall fan, I squish your head hand. So if you get that reference, you're old like I am. And then moving on, we get an effects piece. So we get kind of a shortened version of the electric effect that we've seen time and time again. I actually like this one. It feels nice and solid. Obviously it's very, very flexible, but like the clarity is nice. It doesn't feel like it's just gonna kind of flop all over the place, so that's excellent. Then we get, of course, a civilian head, and just an absolutely fantastic likeness of actor Russell Curry. Again, they've just been really doing justice with these head sculpts for the civilians lately. And even though it's not my thing, like I don't put them on the figures, I like that the actors are getting that respect. So always good to see. And then finally, of course, we get the saber, and really well done here. A lot more paint apps that we've seen in some accessories in the Lightning Collection. So we got our silver blade. It is cast in a black plastic. And I got the nice gold here with the red eye for the Tyrannosaur face. And yeah, just excellent sculpt all around. So yeah, really well done. So that's accessories. Articulation and balance are really good here, and I think that's because, if I'm not mistaken, this is using the buck that was used for the Time Force Red Ranger, which we haven't seen too much. I hope we see more of, because again, it's just better range than the original MMPR buck. And one small adjustment as well, which we're actually going to start off with because we're going to go head to toe as we normally do, and that is something I forgot to mention in the aesthetics, is that the neck is very much extended. They've finally kind of allowed that clearance, so you can actually get all the way up and all the way down, which is just excellent to see. And of course, we're on that ball hinge, so we get even a little bit of tilt, which isn't too bad at all. And obviously, you can twist all the way around. Then we come down the shoulders. We do have our butterfly joints, nice and smooth on this figure too. And then we come up, and we're almost in our Y pose, so excellent range in the shoulders. You are going to have a slightly different feel between the left and right arm, just because this is that more kind of metallic plastic, so it's a little bit harder than the standard colored plastic. We have our bicep swivel, double jointed elbows bringing us to there, hinge and swivel on the wrists, all horizontal. And also worth noting that the left hand here, the hinge is a little loose, which is something we see with any of the metallic or translucent plastics. So just be aware of that and get Kiki's joint fix, and that'll fix that right up. Then we come down to the diaphragm and we have ball joint, so we're going all the way around. And of course, as is common with the Lightning Collection line, we have our lower ab crunch at the waist, so we're getting really good range forward, fantastic range back, pretty much an L. And yeah, oh, and then we're getting a rotation from the diaphragm as well. Coming to the hips, we're almost in full splits. Again, this is what makes me think it's the Time Force Red body, and just really, really good. This is more of what I want to see. Then we get to the thigh swivel. We have double jointed knees bringing us up to there. We have boot cut, and then really good point, only stopped a little bit by this first sort of ring cuff sort of thing. We get kind of only the slightest bit of forward, and then of course, insane rocker. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with the other Dino themed Red Rangers, with some other Lightning Collection, with some Hasbro, with some imports, with some monsters, finally with an articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as an articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Fury Red Ranger figure is that not only is it a great figure, but it is actually material proof that the Lightning Collection team is trying to improve and, listen to the complaints and, really make this work. And I think I've said this in a different review, but this wave in particular has definitely a few different things that have gone on. And I'll get into those as those reviews come up, that have really shown that they're trying to improve, and while things might take time, they will eventually get there, and this is great. So yeah, I could not recommend this figure enough. Certainly if you're collecting Lightning Collection, if you're a fan of Dino Fury in particular, if you are like me and just like red Tyrannosaur themed Rangers, period, and yeah, then this is definitely for you, so pick it up. It is showing up currently on Target pegs. From what I've seen, I think it's shown up in some Walmarts. It's still up for pre-order pretty much everywhere online if it hasn't been released yet. So definitely plenty of ways to get this, and I'll leave links in the description below to some of my favorite online retailers, so you can pick up yours if you're interested. So that being said, thanks to you so much for watching. I hope you found this informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and/or sharing. If you want to take it to the next level and help me even more, there will be ways listed at the bottom of the description below as well. So please, please, please check those out. And with all of that being said, ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.